Hello and welcome to Luscombes MG in Leeds. Today we're gonna take you through a handover video for the brand new 2025 MG HS Hybrid Plus Trophy Spec. This video is supposed to show you what a customer of us here at Luscombes will go through with our sales executives on the day of handover in order to familiarize them with the brand new vehicle. We're doing this video in the hopes that it will help other customers or other people who bought the HS, and you can use it as a reference guide in the future. We're going to go through some of the most useful features of the vehicle, how to identify them, how, for example, do you set up the Bluetooth, how to set up the shortcut functions, etc, etc. So I hope you do enjoy. And if you do, please subscribe to us, and let's start on. Right, first things first, how do we open the car? It's two ways. You can do it with your key clearly, or you can do it with the keyless entry. On the door you will see this little button here. Simply press it once and you can hear and also see the mirrors folding up. To lock it, again the same, click that button. The mirrors folding, indicating that the car is locking. Let me unlock it. Let me also show you how to open the boot. Go to the rear. Right below the MG logo you will see a little camera here. Right next to it there is a little button, and we go down there, just press that, and we have automatic or power tailgate. There we go. And then to close it, you can either do it manually and just drag it down, or press the power tailgate button to automatically close. This is where you will find your petrol cap. Right here there is no buttons inside, simply just press in and it opens. Very nice. Now to the rear of the vehicle we have our ISOFIX ports right here if you want to fix any child carriers, and in order to drop down the rear seats. On the left hand side of the seat and on the right hand side of the other side there is a little lever. Simply press it towards you and down. Simple as that. There we go. Now let's move to the front of the vehicle. As soon as you open the door we have our window buttons, pretty self-explanatory, and here we have our mirrors essentially. So if we want to adjust the right hand side, you will click R, indicating for the right, and then the arrows here in order to navigate it and set it up the way you want to. You want to do the exact same on the other hand side, on the left hand side, just press L. When you're done, press it again and it's out. You want to fold the mirrors for whatever reason, simply press this button here. As you can see, the mirrors are folding. Press it again and they do open. Now our seat, electrically adjustable as it is the Trophy spec. Here we go. In order to move the seat forward, just press this lever here. To the right, if you want to push it backwards, to the left. If you want to increase the height of the seat, press this upwards. If you want to lower the seat, downwards. And for this section of the seat is, if you want to move it backwards, you're pressing it to the left. You want to bring it forward, pressing it to the right. Now let's sit in the vehicle. Close the door as well because it's very loud here. Right, our steering wheel, we're going to go through every section slow and steady, but first things first, how do we adjust the steering wheel to our preferred position? On the left hand side behind the steering wheel there is a little lever here. Push it down, this releases the steering wheel and you can push it towards you, against you, up or down. Find your preferred position, and then when you're happy, just lock it by moving this lever upwards. Here we go, fully locked. Now, how do I start the car? Amazing. With your right foot, please press the brake pedal. There we go. And the start button, which is located on the left hand side behind the steering wheel. There we go. The car is alive. Gearbox section here. In order to put the car into gear, grab this lever and push it towards you. This engages drive and releases the handbrake as well. If we want to put it in reverse, again, this lever against you, you will see it takes me to reverse, and automatically the 360 camera applies, which we're going to talk through in just a bit. Let me put it back in park. And as you will see, as soon as I put it in park, the handbrake comes up on its own. So the handbrake, you can literally just forget about it for day-to-day driving. It happens automatically. As I always like to say, these are computers on wheels, these cars these days. Let me just put my heated seat and increase the temperature because it's very cold. Lovely. Right, so let's start with the steering wheel. On the right hand side, we have the button here, which is to answer any phone calls. This is assuming you are connected with Bluetooth, which I'm going to show you how to do later on. So for this little button here, what it does is that it changes the information you see on your screen. So if I press it again, it changes the information. It gives you engine information, vehicle status, what kind of songs are you listening to now, or radio station, your navigation information, accumulated total, and in general several types of information around the vehicle and what is happening. And then our little star button here, you can set it up. It's a shortcut. We have two, one on the right hand side and one on the left. Currently I have it for regenerative braking, which you can see here. When I press it again, it will go down to 1, but I'll show you how to set it up. And the joystick here is mainly for your volume. To increase volume is up, to decrease it is down, to change song or radio stations is to the right, to go back and releasing the same song or previous radio station is to the left. Moving on here, this is our voice command buttons. The car comes with a number of voice commands, which you can find in the owner's manual. This little steering wheel here is for our adaptive cruise control, and it works in conjunction with this joystick. So if I press that while I'm driving, it engages the adaptive cruise control. As you can see here, we have 3 lines here and 2 here. So if I want to increase my distance between myself and the car ahead while using adaptive cruise control, I press this to the right. If I want to decrease my distance, I press it to the left. If I want to increase my speed, I press this joystick up, and if I want to decrease the speed, is the joystick down. In order to disengage the cruise control, simply either press this or your brake pedal, and it automatically disengages. This star again is the second shortcut we have. Currently I have it for my driver mode. Here is in normal. If I press that, it should go in sport, and then comfort, and then back to normal. We have this, we're done now with the steering wheel. We have our cup holders here, 2 USB ports down here, and a 12-volt socket. We have some space for whatever storage you want to have, or your phone. I find that it's a lovely space for the phone, and a bit more storage down here. Now these are some shortcuts for the screen. So if I'm at whatever stage on my screen and I press this home button, it just takes me back automatically to where I am. This is for aircon, simply on or off. Our hazard lights, and then we have our demisters, essentially for the windows front and rear. Now let's talk about the main multimedia touch screen, essentially, of the vehicle, and go from the left to the right. Top left, we have weather functionality. So it gives you the forecast for the week, and you can set it up to show you whatever you would like to see, if this is something you care about. Then here we have our apps connectivity, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. To connect, you need a USB cable, and the car will automatically identify the phone software, I guess, if it's an iOS or an Android. If it's an iOS, it will go to Apple CarPlay and this will light up. If it's an Android, this section will light up. All you'll need to do is just press it and the screen changes to Apple CarPlay. Here we have our climate control. You can select the flow. Everything is automatic, as you can see. You can just drag it in or out. This car has dual climate control, so you can change the temperature, but also You can synchronize it and have it the same. Again, touch screen. And here is where you can find your heated seats for both sides and your heated steering wheel. Let me put it on as well. You can switch the aircon off or on in this way, and then the airflow from these buttons. To go back to my main screen, I can either use this shortcut here, there we go, or I can always use the shortcut right here. Here is music, where you can see what music is playing through Bluetooth when we connect. We can also have a USB music, unlike music, but also our radio. The car supports DAB, FM and AM. Here is our navigation, very much like Google Maps or Waze, if you ever use them. Let's just put, for example, as an example, where Luscombes Leeds is. So that is LS, mistake, LS 101QR. It was right there just a second ago. There we go. It identifies where it is. All you need to do is just press go and it will take you there. Again, working very much like Google Maps or Waze. Super easy to use, pretty self-explanatory. And also you can set it up to have volume, so the computer will be talking to you, giving you direction, change the way it looks, etc, etc. Give it a go, play with it, and find your preferred settings. Now, if I scroll a bit, we are given a number of new settings. Most of them we've already seen, such as our navigation, climate, music, radio, video. Let's talk a bit about 360. So this car, being the trophy version, comes with 360 cameras, which you can engage either by going in reverse. You can see I'll go into 360, or from our main menu. You do this from the main menu only if you're going forward and you want to check if you have any clearance ahead. So you can do that here. And being in the 360, you can change your camera angles as well to your preferred settings. And as you will see, the lines change as I turn the steering wheel as well, for increased functionality and to help you see where you're going to park the vehicle. Going back, I'll go through vehicle settings last. MG touch point down here is, let's open this up. It will show you your nearest MG dealer if you want to go see new models or have any questions, or if anything goes wrong, knock wood, with the vehicle. And then if you want to go for a test drive or whatever, it just gives you information about the nearest MG dealer in your local area. User, again, this car comes with the MGI Smart mobile application, which allows you to bind your vehicle to your phone. This will allow you to start or stop the car from wherever you are in the world from your mobile phone. You can select the function of defrosting for frosty winter mornings or nights. You can put the heated seats, the aircon on. You can see the vehicle health check of your car, if everything works as it should, and in general some useful information. It is not magic, but it is a wonderful application to have and rather useful. So all you're gonna need to do is just come into user, and it will ask you to create an account. Also, you'll need to download the application on your phone, and when you do that, a QR code will appear, and essentially you're going to bind the vehicle to your phone. Now let's go into, you can find your user manual here. Let's go into settings quickly. There we go. This is our general settings. You can adjust the brightness. I like to have my background theme in dark. I find it a lot kinder to the eyes, but you can put it in auto, which makes it bright during the day and dark during the evenings, or you can have it permanently in white or permanently in black. We'll stick with black moving forward. Here we have the language, our format. We have met the system units, essentially. If it's going to be kph, mph, if you're gonna get bars, PSI for your tire pressure, etc. These things, honestly, you're gonna set them once and forget about them. Now, how do I connect to Bluetooth? Well, with this little button here, click Bluetooth. This is the name of the vehicle. All you'll need to do is open the Bluetooth section on your phone, identify the name, click on it, and it will give you a little code, and just click pair on your phone and on the car, and you will pair your phone with Bluetooth to this vehicle, so you can make phone calls, enjoy the music you wish to have, etc, etc. We have hotspot as well. These cars come with a 1 GB per month, if I'm correct, Wi-Fi card, so that's quite handy to have. And then the most important that I want to spend some time talking you through is this section here, vehicle, which you can access from your shortcuts as well. Vehicle status, it just tells you about the service situation of your vehicle, when your next service is due, etc. Cluster, this section on the top is all about here, the driver digital cluster. Essentially, you can select how you want it to have between 3 different options. My preferred, and I think the best looking one, is this one in the middle, which just shows me the map of the area. And another nice thing that I really enjoy is the following: instruments immersion mode. So this is not enabled now. What does it do? When it is not enabled, such as now, it gives me this information here and the radar right here. If I now click that, yep, there we go, you can see it's all gone. So it's a lot more immersive. I find it to be quite modern and quite nice to look at. So I'm gonna keep it there for the remaining of the video. And also, let me switch it off. If I switch it off, again, this comes up. If you scroll down from where we were, you will see all the information that you can have right here, which again, you can change from these ones. You do not get this functionality if you have the immersive mode. Now, let's go into MG Pilot. This being a 2025 model, top of the range HS, comes with a lot of ADAS, as MG call them, or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, which is some very clever safety systems about the vehicle. This is where you can find them, understand what they do, but also switch them off or on. We have speed limit recognition, front collision assist. Also, the vast majority of them allow you to select what kind of warning would you like to have. Would you want it to be audible, so the car will make a beep? Would you like the steering wheel to shake slightly, just to warn you? So you can select the type of warning as well. We have front collision assist, lane departure assist, rear driving assist, rear cross traffic assist, driver fatigue monitoring and driver distraction, which is this little button here. While you're driving, although you can see a red dot there, while you're driving, our naked eyes cannot see that dotted line, so that will not distract you in any way whatsoever while driving. And to answer a question I get a lot of times, yes, you do need to switch them off every single time you come into the vehicle. Then let's move into convenience. These are your memory seats right here. Easy entry and exit, which is an absolutely wonderful feature to have. What does it do? So when I close the car and I open the door, the seat moves automatically to the furthest as far as it can possibly go, to give me more space to get out. Exactly the same when I get in the vehicle, the seat automatically moves to the back, so I have more space to comfortably sit in. And as soon as it feels me sitting and putting my foot on the brake, it goes into my preferred seat position. The one I wanted to see, welcome lights. So as soon as you unlock the vehicle, your front headlamps go on. Follow me home. This means that when you lock the vehicle, the lights stay on for a few more seconds. Find my car response. We have it on lights and horns. So let me give you an example. You're in a massive retailer store parking space and you forgot where you park your car. You can make the car, so while you have the key and press the lock button, you can make the car beep its horn but also flash its lights, so you have both a visual and a hearing aid to identify the location of your vehicle. What I want to say here, you can open your tailgate by here or by pressing this button, or if you're in the rear of the car, by the button I've shown you on the rear. You can select how high it goes, and then this is where you can find the little 2 asterisks for shortcuts. I have them for drive mode, and regenerative braking. Both of them have exactly the same options, so you can select vehicle, which is where we are now, the section we are now. You can select to have the 360 camera, the driver mode, regenerative braking, SRC, which is your radio, Bluetooth, etc., and climate control. I find personally driving these cars all day that having it in driver mode and regenerative braking, which is essentially what I use while I'm driving the vehicle, is the most user-friendly, or my personally preferred method to have the shortcuts. And then lastly is driving. This is where you will find your comfort, your driver mode, comfort, normal, sport, your regenerative braking, low, medium, and high. Again, this is highly personalized, so it depends on your driving style, your steering wheel, and then towing mode. Right, this is as much as I'm gonna share on this video. I hope you have enjoyed it and you found it useful. If you ever forget anything about your vehicle and have any questions, please refer to this video in the future, but also never hesitate to give us a call here at Luscombes. Even if we haven't supplied the vehicle, we would be more than happy to assist you, both for questions, servicing, and new sales. With that said, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it was helpful, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.